but I'm not going to stop yelling because then that'll mean I lost the fight. So please leave a key under the mat. I love y'all very much. Peace out.
Danny McBride is a one-of-a-kind TV phenomenon. Whether he's sporting his signature mullet, the dad stash, or those holy rolling sideburns, McBride is often the most memorable actor in any show.
We did it. You made coins with our names on it that says we did it. And we're trying to put what happened behind us. You can't be making fucking souvenirs about it.
In fact, McBride is such a singular force in comedy, it's hard to believe his most celebrated characters might have never come to life at all, if not for one studio.
Yeah, I'm famous. La-di-da, big fucking deal.
But before we step up to the plate and swing through Danny McBride's career, be sure to hit like and subscribe below to keep up with all our videos at Nerdstalgic. In 2005, Danny McBride made his debut in The Foot Fist Way. The first of many collaborations with friend and director Jody Hill, McBride starred as a strange and ill-suited martial arts instructor. McBride's performance was a fully formed introduction to the types of roles he would soon perfect.
Look at him. He's weak as hell, huh?
McBride scored his Hollywood break the following year as a minor character in Hot Rod. The film did not make much of an initial splash, but with his sputtering outbursts and rural accent, the hot-headed performance was an instant favorite.
I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
There you go, you got him.
Not the trash can, buddy.
Trash!
When Pineapple Express hit theaters, McBride began to gain something of a cult following. In the modern stoner classic, the actor played an offbeat drug dealer with a love for cats and a penchant for beatings. Through subtle variations of the same old McBride, a hilarious pattern of potty-mouthed blockheads began to emerge.
Don't worry, bro. Your cat's going to heaven.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he went to heaven. He was a little he could have gone to hell.
The actor's brief role in Tropic Thunder was another highlight among some of comedy's biggest names.
That's C4, dipshit. Put that back. I said a detonator. I need some dudes up here who speak American, goddammit.
The double feature bonanza left audiences hungry for more of the actor's southern fried antics because McBride gave audiences a rugged and, quite frankly, deranged brand of humor. It was only a matter of time before someone took a big chance on the actor.
I'm Kenny Powers, and I'm very upset with how I'm acting right now. I just have a very hard time expressing my emotions, and I can't stop from yelling.
In the winter of 2009, HBO premiered Eastbound and Down. On the show, McBride played Kenny Powers, a notorious former baseball player turned small-town gym teacher. With a deceptively simple premise, the series pushed the boundaries of comedy in ways that felt fresh and unrestrained, and the studio allowed McBride's series to take increasingly daring turns. Eastbound's eyebrow-raising one-liners and shocking sense of humor became a favorite among audiences searching for darker, less commercial comedy.
You remember the class where I taught you all how to make it rain? That's what I'm gonna be doing every single night. Dollar bills, y'all.
With more room to run and an ability to swing for the fences, McBride settled into the rough and ridiculous archetype he was born to inhabit. When HBO gave McBride oxygen to stoke the flames of his debauched hijinks, the actor also proved to be a powerful force behind the scenes. As a writer for Eastbound, McBride unleashed a persona that dared the audience to find him charming or even tolerable.
I take it you own this place.
I sure do. That's why my name's on the goddamn building.
I thought Ashley Schaefer was gonna be a woman.
I love women. I'll take that as a compliment.
But it's through sheer velocity of laughter and the freedom the studio provided that the show was able to triumph. And before the show's final season in 2013, McBride and Hill approached the studio with a pitch for a new series. Scrambling to retain their new comedic heavy hitter, the studio offered McBride a one-of-a-kind deal. This was a big move, and without knowing just how incredible the show's final moments would be, HBO made its intentions clear. They were officially in the Danny McBride business. As Eastbound entered its final season, the actor appeared in the comedy blockbuster This Is the End. In the film, McBride and its star-studded cast played exaggerated versions of themselves to spectacular effect.
You pull me right back in, all right? Yeah, we'll try, man, but you're pretty heavy. What? No, I mean, I'm saying, look, I just don't think it's smart to make any guarantees.
Although McBride had already played up aspects of his true personality in Eastbound, it was no less entertaining to see him stretch the persona to new levels of buffoonery. Without HBO handing him the tools to cultivate a homegrown strain of loudmouths, McBride's show-stealing warlord wouldn't have hit so hard.
Danny, we're friends. You can't eat us. I'd love to catch up, but we're f***ing starving, so Let's see!
In 2016, HBO premiered its second McBride original series, Vice Principals. Much like Eastbound and Down, the actor's commitment to inappropriate behavior as a school faculty member resulted in major comedic mastery. Speaking to Rolling Stone about his brief gig as an actual substitute teacher, McBride allegedly told his class, "Guys don't f with me, and I won't f with you. I'm gonna read, and you guys are gonna watch the legal system at work," and then popped in a VHS of Cops. That's about as Danny McBride as it gets. But where Kenny Powers reveled in anger and bigotry, Vice Principal Neil Gamby saw McBride turning in a more restrained and believable portrait, albeit one of a very troubled man.
You two, I want to know what's so damn funny in my office. What is it? Is it her voice that's funny? Or maybe it's Miss Wells dying. You think that's funny?
Coupled with the undeniable charms of Walton Goggins, Vice Principals made for one of the most propulsive buddy comedies in recent history.
Make me go to hell, Lee.
Enough.
Enough. You enough.
Oh, f off.
No, I will not.
Off.
You f yourself off. Like it so much. You
Just say the goddamn pledge!
Danny McBride is a gifted comedy writer, and he surrounds himself with other talented creators. But the improvisation McBride brings to his shows is also part of the magic.
World's best principal. Where's your f***ing coffee mug, Neil Gamby?
This mug.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
There is a lived-in, believable energy to Vice Principal Gamby, one that lets the audience view him as an actual human beneath the jokes and stylized insanity. And because the actor himself is so ingrained in his characters, we see a more vulnerable but no less hysterical version of McBride. This mentality gave Vice Principals its naturalistic vibe.
Put the phone down right now. Don't you snarl at me. I will smash that phone. 1 week detention for that phone. 1 week's detention for snarling at me. Fix the face. Fix the face right now. Do you hear me?
After Vice Principals wrapped its second and final season, McBride again ventured onto the silver screen with a supporting role in Alien Covenant, a starring feature in the crime thriller Arizona, and as a writer with David Gordon Green's Halloween. Though this brief return to film showcased more subtle developments in the McBride persona, HBO viewers were soon treated to the triumphant return of their hometown hero.
Leading the church, and everybody looking to me for answers, everybody dependent on me. Frankly, I found it all to be annoying as f***.
Featuring a cast of his frequent collaborators, new friends, and legendary actors, The Righteous Gemstones is a glorious encapsulation of everything Danny McBride. As Jesse Gemstone, the morally questionable son of a famous pastor, the actor delivers a performance that takes his brand of comedy to higher realms of excess. From the first episode through many of the HBO originals highlights, McBride's frequent role as director gives The Righteous Gemstones even more shades of his singular vision.
And nothing bad happened.
We assaulted that man at rim time.
Levi, come on, man. Nothing bad happened to us. I can't control what happens to other motherfuckers.
On first glance, McBride's HBO characters are indeed quite similar. But on closer inspection, the differences between Kenny Powers, Vice Principal Gamby, and Jesse Gemstone are vast. Kenny Powers is a selfish lone wolf, dimly aware of those around him. But in Vice Principals, Gamby is a struggling single father forced to befriend his worst enemies. Jesse Gemstone, on the other hand, is a true blue family man with mouths to feed and monster trucks to fuel. What brings all these characters together is the essence of McBride himself, and fortunately for fans, HBO allowed him to experiment with what he naturally brings to every performance. What would Neil Gamby be without his nagging impulse to maintain order? Would the glitz and glamour of Jesse Gemstone shine as bright if not for his deep-seated daddy complex? The evolution from Kenny Powers to the Gemstones dynasty is an alluring, multifaceted showpiece of a diamond in the rough.
What?
That was Jesus, Daddy.
No. That was a karate person.
No, that wasn't a karate person. That was Jesus.
Between McBride's God-given talents and HBO's keys to the kingdom, the lasting partnership has truly created the perfect incubator for character-driven comedies. By letting the actor explore the depths of his raunchy humor, HBO developed a niche but explosive identity in McBride, an identity that has yet to be replicated by any other comedic performer.
Or hire some fellas to go into their dressing room and beat the f*** out of them so they're incapacitated for the tournament tonight.
Okay, let's do that.
That would not be the behavior of a righteous man.
Now, with a fourth season of The Righteous Gemstones on the way, we can only pray for whatever divine possibilities and future laughs are in store. And that's it for this week's episode. So tell us, are you excited for the upcoming season of Righteous Gemstones? What sort of character would you like to see McBride tackle next for HBO? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, please subscribe to the channel and stay up to date with everything happening at Nerdstalgic.